Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor on the 10.0.5 version for Farming Simulator 25. I'm Joel, and as you can see here is the animal dealer on the Joel's Peaceful Valley map, and we're going to go ahead and get started. We've already done the animal trader, which is technically the animal dealer as well, and it's just called animal trader in here. And if you look back you'll see those episodes, but if you open up map and you click right here, as soon as I get it, then click locations, then click buildings, then buying stations, you can come down, you'll see animal trader cluster. Well, if you want to know how to do that part, then look back in my playlist and you'll see a video on how to get that in here with all the little decals that you see, the light things, all that stuff. Okay, it'll bring everything in, and then you need to follow the other videos after that to do with the different components that are in there, which would be the buying station liquid manure place, which is over there highlighted, as you see. And we already did that on a previous episode, and we did the buying station manure, just the regular manure. It's in the back here, and we showed how to do that to get its own unique ID, okay? And then in the first episode when we did the animal trader cluster one, the whole little deal, it also included showing this little area up front, the animal loading triggers. So we showed that in that video as well. So now this episode is going to be about the selling station products, which is going to be over here. It comes in a lump sum, but we're changing the unique ID to the one that we're going to have. So that's what we're changing. But if you want to do this separately, you can leave the one that comes in when you bring it in with the placeable toolkit. Just leave that one if you want to do it separately somewhere where it has nothing to do with this cluster, animal cluster at all. Okay, so several ways you can do it, but I'm doing it with the cluster and leaving the one that's in the cluster there. This one here, this is the original main game one. If you click user attributes, you'll see under unique ID, if you press over, this number 2030 in this case. And if we was to open the in-game one, it would be the same thing. In the in-game one, it would say 2030, and it would have all these numbers here. We want our own unique ID, but we don't want to have to delete this little piece or these props and all that. So what we're doing is just replacing the ID part of this and nothing else. We're leaving everything else. So if you don't want to do that, and you don't want to have the whole cluster, and you brought it all in separately, just using the placeable toolkit, all separate, everything separate, you don't have to do it this way. You can just bring it all in separate and leave it as what it is, and then just change the placeables XML in the sense of adding the map icon thing, and then put the store item if needed for the animal trader, because you need one for it, the building, which will have information for the animal loading triggers. So do it that way. But on this one we're going to do the selling products, and this is the bales, where you go sell the bales at. So that's the spot where you sell the bales, and that's what we're going to bring in, and we're going to change this one over here to the new one. So let's get started. Appreciate everybody. Go ahead and smash that like button. Appreciate everybody. Let's go up to scripts. Let's see what we got here. Scripts, shared script, map, placeables, then placeable toolkit, left click. On the mod folder, you're going to want to leave it at your main game in this case, because that's what we're going to get, is our information is from the main game in this case. In other cases, you may be getting something from someone else's map. In that case, you would put the path to their map and the folder that you'd be getting whatever you're getting from. In this case, mine's in D drive, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, FarmSim25, so it's already there, so I don't have to change it. If you have to change it, click this little folder and go clicking through all the paths to get to wherever you installed your Farming Simulator 25, or if you're doing for another map, getting something from somebody else's map, put their map name and go to that folder. Alright, in this case, on the map placeables config, we need to go ahead and open this and go to our map, documents, my games, double click, FarmSim25, double click, mods, double click, Joel's Peaceful Valley, maps, maps US, double clicking all these, config, double click, and then go to placeables, click once, click open, and it will generate and it generates a new pre-placed selling station thing. If we scoot this over, we should be able to see one. If it did. Oh, we didn't do it yet. Okay, it ain't gonna do it yet. It's going to in a minute though. It's gonna make one of these. So we could click that off if we want. Click to the bottom. And now that we put that in our placeables XML, it's going to create one when we do this one. And it's gonna write it right down here. Probably put it inside there, but if you're doing it without that animal trader cluster, it'll put it down here at the bottom. So click create placeable reference. Go to your in-game, wherever that is, your main game thing. Mine's in Steam Libraries. You could be in Steam Library, Program Files 86, and then Steam if you have Steam, Steam Apps if you have that, and then Common, and then Farm Sim, and so on. Mine's in D Drive, Steam Library, double click, Steam Apps, double click, Common, double click, Farm Sim 25, double click, Data, double click. Go to wherever you're looking for your thing at, and in this case it's placeables, double click, then go to shared, double click, buying stations, double click, and then, well, we don't have it in here. We've got the water thing in here. Okay, so I got a different path to take you down. So we back up, hang on, we come back, go under placeables, then map US, I believe, let me check. Let's look and see where it is. Selling points, see if it's in here. Okay, the product thing. Okay, it's not in here, so now we gotta back up again. Let's check in here. It's not in here, is it? Nope. Okay, so we gotta back up. Let's go to data and see. Go under shared. Alright, so I'm going to try to go to Maps, Maps US, and then Textures, Buildings, Animal Trader. Check that one. Okay, so now that one's not it. Alright, so that one's not it. Is it in here? Okay, if you can't find it, I'm going to show you how to find it. Alright, we're going to cancel that. We'll come back to that in just a second. Go to your File Manager. I guess that's why it happens, so I can teach somebody how to find it, because I know that's often a problem, that you don't know where to look for it. So go to your Steam library or wherever your main game is, and then I'll show you how to do it. Steam Apps, Common, go to Farm Sim 25, and right here under Data, you could click Data, and then in the Search Data area, you're going to type out what that said. I believe it said Buying Station Products. So you type that out and hope that that's going to find you what you need. We could put just products and see if we get it. Just put products and see if we get it. No match, huh? Let me make sure we're in there. Why don't we go under placeables and see if it's in there. I don't think it will, but it's going to be under one of the others probably. Let's try products. It could have been, let me see. It might be there. Brandless, so I was in the right place, I think. Production stuff, let's see. Yeah, they're not showing that other one, so I'm gonna go there under brandless and just check that real quick. Alright, so let's check this one. Alright, I don't see that one, so let's back up one and go to the generic one and look. I don't see it. Shared, let's go into shared. Nope, that's not it, that's something else. Alright, let me look. We got a manure heap, selling station generic. That's the debris crusher. If you've been looking for that. I think I know I found it. I believe I found it before, but now I gotta remember where did I find it. Let's go back to this other area and see what it says. See what it says. Selling station products. Now let's open it up and find the path to the... Okay, here it is. This is where you find it. Placeable shared, the generic one. I knew it was the generic one. And they're calling the Animal Trader XML. Like I said before on the last video, I said they're probably calling with that store item of the Animal Trader XML. They're calling the liquid manure one, the product one, and that regular manure one in that XML. Is why we don't have to name it in the store items. Okay, so if you've been wondering that, that's why. So now we know where to go. We got to go to the Animal Trader XML is where we got to go. So here's the path, the generic, selling station generic under shared placeables. Okay, so now we go back to create, go back through Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, FS25, Data, Placeables, then Shared, and then Buying Stations, Generic. We just went on the wrong side. There we go. I knew I'd seen it before. And then the product one, Selling Station Products. You're going to click in this case. Now, this XML, even though says Selling Station Products, is calling, as you saw, the Animal Trader one. And that is going to be calling the info it needs here. So we're going to go ahead and hit open. That's going to bring that in. And see, it's not in the same spot, but that don't matter because you're going to put it wherever you want. You're going to hit Control B as in boy, left mouse click, and as long as there's nothing else there, which you wouldn't want to put it where something else is, then you're good to go. And you don't have to do all that extra stuff. You already have it. It just wrote it. Let's go look. No, we're going to hit X on here, and it's going to say you want to save it to this Placeables XML folder that's in your map that we pathed it to, and we're going to say yes. If it says the main game one, don't hit yes. If it says like the Farm Sim 25 main game, don't hit yes. All right, now we're going to go to here, or we're actually going to open a new one to get there, and we're going to show you in my folder, my games, wherever that is, my map, wherever your map is, go there. All right, all the way to config, then placeables. Go to your map, Maps US, or whatever your path is to get to config and placeables. Right click, edit with Notepad++. You're going to see that it says that it wrote that in there. Selling station products. See, that's in there. So you're technically done unless you want the icon to show the picture of this product area in game, and you would check that in the main Placeables XML of the main game to go get that line of information. So let's go do that before we finalize the other area real quick. We'll come on in here. We can go back. I'm just going to back up to the Farm Sim 25. So basically you done went all the way to your Farm Sim 25 wherever it's installed. Just click that up there to get back a little bit, and then you can come back through to go where you need to go. So we're going to go to Data, Maps, double clicking all these, Maps US, then Config, then Placeables, right click, edit with Notepad++, find in the list buying selling points, and then when you do, look to the bottom of that list, which is just here, and you'll see this selling station product line. There's that 230 line that I said was the main game one that we're getting rid of, which don't get rid of it in here. You need that for your main game. But this line of information that I told you was calling that Animal Trader information is going to be the picture that it shows. It's the map icon for that. So that little spot's going to show that one. So you're going to take this line of information, left click right at the end of Placeable, and hold down and drag over, and then right click and hit copy, not cut, to get this line of information with this little Placeables closing piece. Now you can click out of there. You're not going to change anything in there. Now you're going to go back to your map, the one that's your map. Mine's Jules Peaceful Valley. You go back to your map that you're working on. Go back to the config folder where the Placeables XML is. Right click, edit with Notepad++. Come in here to that product one. Click to the end, right in front of this little greater or less than sign, and backspace one to get rid of the /. Click to the end, hit enter. then go click to the beginning, right click on there and hit paste. Now you pasted this line in, and it's, as you can see, it's the same line up here. So the animal trader, this one is calling the same picture for that, and that's what the in-game did, and that's what it's going to be. So if you want that picture, that's what you need to do. Make sure you get rid of that forward slash, or the picture won't call, because you won't be able to, this won't highlight both of these, because if the forward slash is there, both of those don't highlight. As you can see, I put it back, and now that don't highlight. Take it away, and it highlights. You need it to highlight both of these because it's a beginning and an ending, and everything within that area between there is what is being called. If it's not being called, if you have the forward slash here, it's not being called, and only that line is calling up to this. So that's what's being called. You see how that's purple there? So some of them need to get rid of it, some of them don't. Up here, these don't, because that's the only line. That right there is the only line for that one, so it needs it. But down here, there's another line, and so it has one on its own. So you got to get rid of that. Hit save, and now we don't need the placeable store, the store item, to match this because it already has the animal trader store item XML. But I'm going to go show you. Then we'll go put that code where we need it, and we'll be ready. So let's go back. You can look into, if you need a store items and you don't have one, go back to the in-game one. See, this is FS25, data maps, maps US config, and then store items. And you can copy it, don't cut it, and put it in your map, and then path it to that store item. So if you want to path it there, go back to your map, paste the store item in your map config folder, click back on US, go to maps US icon XML. Right there, click it, right click, and edit with Notepad++, come in here, and put the path to that store items XML that you just now put there. So wherever it is, maps US config, store items for me, could be somewhere else for you, could be maps config, store items, could be a whole different path. So just look at your path, put it, and then hit save, okay, if you added that just now. Now, we'll come back to my map. See, it says Jules Peaceful Valley, and you can go to the config folder, and you go look at the store item and right click and edit with Notepad++, and come, if you just copied and pasted it in here, then every one of them is going to be in here. Otherwise, if you got a blank one, you need to go to the in-game one and get this one that looks like this, and the in-game one looks just like you see here. So I'm not going to go to the in-game one. I just showed you where it was. I will just pop over it to show you again. There's the path, at least to mine. D drive, Steam library, Steam apps, common, FS25, data, maps, maps, US, config, and then placeables, and then there's store items. So if you open the store item one, that's what you'll see, what you just saw on mine, because mine's the same as the in-game in this case. If your store items is empty and blank, then you need to go to the in-game one we just looked at, open it like we just did, and grab this line for today's video, what we're doing in today's video. Right click, hit copy, and go paste it in the store items area that you just added. Okay, if yours is blank. But in this case, it wasn't blank, and I left all the in-game stuff because I'm going to use it, and then what I don't want, I'll delete and get rid of. But I'm going to use it. So the only time you're going to change anything in here is if you actually put the XML in your map. So in this case, on selling station vehicles XML, I put it in my map, so I had to change the path. Maps US config, selling station vehicles.xml. But on this one, I did not change the path. I didn't put an animal trader XML in my map. I'm letting it call everything from the in-game, and that's better usually, depending on what you need, because it calls it from the in-game, and you don't have to make your map file so big putting all this stuff in there. Okay, so whatever you can leave as the main game, leave it as the main game. Okay, and this is the main game, is the $ data, means it's going to the main game. This one up here means it's going to my map, where it just says maps US, that's going to my map. All these other ones are going in there. Now I don't have all this on the map yet, but I have them left in here because I don't want to have to deal with it. If I'm leaving it in there, I'm going to be adding these anyway. Some of them's going to change, and it might say maps US or whatever. but we'll see. I'm just waiting to see. Then you're going to hit save. This Animal Trader XML is calling everything for the product one, the liquid manure one over there, right there, and this manure one, and the triggers, and the building. Okay, so it's calling all of it. So now we're going to open this new one we just brought in with the Placeables XML. We're going to open it up just so we can see, you can see, and we're going to come up here to user attributes, click in the unique ID field, come over just a little bit to this underscore, click right there behind it, left click, hold down, drag over to highlight all the rest of the numbers, right click on it and hit copy. Okay, and we're going to go up here to the same name that's up here. You see this one here? Click on it, click on user attributes up here, do the same thing. Go to right before that, where that underscore is, put it right behind it rather. Left click and drag all the way over. See the 230? Alright, now we're going to right click and click paste. We just put our own unique ID in there, and now we can delete the one that we brought in that has our unique ID, because it's way off over here. We don't want that there. But since we threw that code in here, it's going to end up over here where we want it. We ain't got to move it. But if you don't want to replace it, and you're just putting it in on your own, and you don't have the animal cluster, and you're not doing any of that, you're just using the Placeables toolkit, then all you had to do is put it where you want it, leave it there, you're done. Other than adding that line map icon information in the store item if you need it. And you do need the store item. If you don't have the other animal one, it won't have a picture for it if you go in the game. It'll have an icon, but not a picture. Okay, so this one right here, we can delete now because we already copied the number and put it up there. But if that was the one you brought in and you don't have all that other, you're not using none of that, then you don't delete it. You leave it there. Okay, now we're deleting. Now that one's the one there. We have the ID that we have, and I'm going to match it and show you that it's the same. 59F. We're going to go into ours. Actually, we're going to have to go back to our map to get to it. Come to Placeables, right click, edit with Notepad++, 59F. See? It's in there. And now we have that to call this map icon. And look at the path to see the picture if you don't know. It's in Data, Maps US, Textures, Buildings, Animal Trader, Map Icon. That's the picture. So now, all we got to do is hit save. Okay? It's already put it where I wanted it because I had it already where I wanted it from moving the Animal Trader thing there. Okay? So, I left it where it was. I don't care about where to put it. If you want to put it your own spot, you're going to have to put it where you want it. And you don't even have to do the animal cluster thing in that way if you don't want the animal cluster thing. So once it saves, we're going to go in game. We're going to load the game. And it'll take a second because I hadn't opened it. But in the meantime, I appreciate everybody. I hope you enjoy, and we're going to move on to some other things for a bit. We're going to be still putting different things on the map like this. I'm going to try to see what else we can do if there's some new questions. I'm trying to put some of those answers out. So stay tuned for some of that because there's, people have questions and I try to answer them as best I can with the videos. But hopefully you enjoying, I hope you enjoying all the tutorials, and I hope that helps you build your map and you're all set. You can play your game with your own map that you built. So let's get this going. I'm going to delete all those. I just don't want to fool with them right now. Alright, no tour, go to the map, go in the game. Make sure you put your map in the mods folder, in the documents mods folder, and then you can put it in the game. Check your map. That's for beginners, because a lot of beginners don't know. So hopefully this helps everybody get their animal dealer going. And on a future video, I'll show the actual stuff actually working in game so that you can see that it works. But I'll show you the triggers with the easy developer thing, but I'm not going to go through the whole process of doing any of that stuff or buying. I mean, maybe I'll buy a Bale if they have a Bale for sale and show you that it'll sell one. But other than that, I don't want to go through right now and show that. I'll show you the trigger that it shows up and all the information. We'll go show you there's no errors. And that error that I told you on the last video that would be disappearing when we do this, it'll be disappearing. When we open that log, you're going to see it disappear. It's going to be there, and then when it regenerates the log for this time, it's going to show that it disappeared because we just fixed it. We just added it to our placeables XML and all the other, the store item and all the stuff. So it's going to delete that error that we were talking about. So then we'll have a clear one with no errors. At least no errors according to none of that. The errors that are there are original errors for when you first do a map anyway. It's already there for everybody. But appreciate everybody. We got to get this map moving. Hope you getting yours moving. I want to hear about your maps in the comments. And if you have a question, ask. I'll answer it or be looking into it and then answer it in a future video, or I will write a detailed answer as best I can in the comments section. But let's get in. Here we are. Hit enter, or escape rather. And what do we have? See this icon? That's the icon. And look, it shows the animal dealer picture because we put the animal trader PNG map icon thing under the placeables XML thing. And see, this one shows the same thing. That's why it said the same information under both of those names in the placeables XML. So now if we was to visit here, we would be able to deal with that place. But first we're going to go to the store and see if they have any Bales and buy us a truck, because we're right here on the little thing. Hit R. Let's buy us a truck. I should be able to at least get a Bale in there, but I don't know. I don't have that super strength on. I might have to buy a forklift too. We'll just see. Alright, so what do we have? Do we have Bales, and where do we have them if we do? Bales. I don't know if we have any. We might over here, one of those. But I'm going to go to the bottom and just check first. Yep, here's some Bales. Let's get a Bale. I don't care about a big Bale. A Bale is a Bale, so let's just get something. Alright. All we need is one. And hopefully I don't think I have anything to pick up this, and I don't know if I remember the code to pick it up. Nope. So let me think. What's going to be faster? Typing in figuring out a code or getting a forklift? Let's see. What do we want? Where is the forklift? I don't remember the code right off the top of my head since I haven't been messing with it, so I'm gonna get a forklift since it's already there. There we go. And get the forklift, and hopefully we can just pick this up. We'll see. It's not, there it goes. I was fixing to say it's not working. We might not can stick this in there. It's not a Bale port. Well, looks like it did. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Alright, I want to back up a little, try to straighten her out a little. Alright, let's get it in there. I hope that truck can handle it. There we go. Alright. Let's strap her down. There we go. Off we go. See if that'll just take the Bale without, it should take it without us unloading it. There's the gas station. If you want to see how to do that, look at my playlist. Also for the store and all that information. I gotta fix the roads, they're not fixed yet. This is all before we're really just getting going, putting stuff. There's a house, there's a barn, there's episodes on the channel. This bridge is not going to be here. This is temporary, just to test. The water will be blue. That's temporary, just to show water. All this ground's got to be adjusted again because it's all temporary stuff. Alright, let's go to where you would sell it. Pull right up. You can see the icon is there. Shows the Bale, the picture of the Bale. Alright, we're going to hit L and let's see what happens. Boom, sold it. See up here? 668 sold Bales. So you can see that it works. There's the little icon right there. We'll pull off of it so you can see. And there you go. That's how you do it. And you got all them, and again, it already calls them. If you use the animal trader thing, it calls all these in here because they already have the animal meshes. And all you got to do is adjust the ground to whatever you need. I did a little bit of adjusting off screen just to get it back to where it should have been. And I didn't do every little piece, but you can see it, most of it. And there's the animals. This is that one. And you see it's on the ground now. I fixed it. I lowered it. So, but that's all of it. It's all the animals. If you get that animal trader one, you'll get all of these animals because you bring that whole thing in. Then you got this liquid manure one right here. And all that. Oh, and I want to show you the trigger, but we already showed it worked, but I'll show you the trigger. And there's the cows. And I don't mind it looking similar to the in-game because I really don't care as long as I have the ability to buy the animals. It's not that important to me. But if it's important to you, and eventually I'll change it. I mean, maybe on another map, but on this one I don't really care. But for the sake of the tutorial, I'm showing how to do it with like the main game. But this one, if you come look, we hit F5 after we have the easy developers on. You can see the trigger, so you can see how it shows it. So you can see all the triggers. You can see that one too. You can see all them, all their little deals. And of course, we already showed the back ones. But that shows, if you see that with the F5, then you know it worked. What you did worked. So you can just turn all these off. And you're good to go. Just keep hitting F5 and go through it. If you have the easy developers on. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call that an episode here. I got that out. That's funny. Got the flashlight out for you. But we're going to call that an episode here. I hope you enjoyed. But actually, do y'all want to see the error? Let's go show the error. I ain't going to skip out on y'all. But anyway, you see it has all the icons. You can go visit. It takes you there onto the spot. Right at the front where the paw is for that one. So we're going to hit escape. We're going to X out of here. We're going to go ahead and hit save just to show so that it makes sure that it generates an error if there is an error. And then we're going to go and show you the log. I like to show it because then you can be sure that whatever I did, you'll see the log and you'll see whether it had an error or not. That's what I try to show. And sometimes errors won't show up. So there can be still errors that are there that don't show up. But not in this particular case, but there are times that happens. So let's go to the main game. In the documents area. My games, FS25, roll down. Go to the log, left click, right click, edit with Notepad++. And right here where it says that, you can't see it because it's further up. And I can't roll up to it. Otherwise you would have seen the error that was there before. But you've seen it if you watched the last episode, okay? So there was an error, and it's not going to be there when I hit yes. It regenerated, and now that error is gone. So remember, it was just below these right here. These are normal errors. Let's go to the top so we can go back through it. This is normal for me. I have a CPU issue. And then all this is normal. The mod thing's normal, where it says zip it up and all that's normal stuff. That's nothing. That's not a problem. Okay, you don't have to do that. That's for if you're having a multiplayer. All right. Warning mod list. That's because I don't have internet probably, or I don't have any mods in there because I only have my map in there. So it could be that why it says that, but that's normal for me. All right. All that's normal. MS means it loaded. This is normal. All that's normal. This is what you have when you first start a map anyway. All these are MSs means they loaded. This is normal. It's when you have when you first do the map, it's like that. It's like that. These are normal. This one's normal. This one is normal. These three are normal. Now, it would have been right here that the thing would have been here, but it's not because it's fixed because we put it in the placeables XML. And this is the other one I told you about, and of course my CPU is an issue. But other than that, it is no errors, as you can see, all the way down till we saved it. And then it's done. It even took away the in-game one that I did on the last one. It also rolled down the in-game one. But since I didn't go in the in-game map, Riverbend this time, it didn't show all that. So you can see that it showed no error to do with the product thing. But last time it had one, but only because we didn't do it yet. And then it was showing it because we had the information in placeables XML or needed it. And so that's it. So now we'll go back in here and we're all set. And then you're done with this area. If you followed all those videos, the animal trader one, the buying station liquid manure video, the buying station manure video, the regular manure, and then the product, which is the Bales. I don't know why they changed the name. Last time it was the Bales. Now they got it as products. So, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and call that episode here. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.